Hi all, so today I have another Valentine's set for you, and I'm going to be recreating a set that I saw on Instagram. I'm doing this set in shades of pink, but the original set I'd seen was in shades of purple, and I've got a picture up on the screen. I saw it and fell in love with it, and I love the fact that it's in purple because I'm definitely more of a purple person than a pink person. But I have more shades of pink at the moment than I do purple, so I've decided to do pink sets. So I have 3 different shades of pink. The middle 2 are going to be my palest pink. Then I have a brighter pink, which is going to be on one end, and on the other opposite end is going to be an ombre. I'm just not sure how. Well, they ended up ombreing out okay, but I wasn't sure if they would. Because the pale pink I'm using has quite a thick texture. It's the one from Nail Reserve, and it's almost like a gel paint consistency. And the other gels I'm using aren't. But no gel paints in this one today. They are all done in gel polishes. It's been a while since I just used gel polish. But I wanted to show that it is possible, if you don't have the gel paints, to still do fine lines and nice drawings with the gel polishes. You just have to cure more in between. So this is where I go in with the ombre. I did actually talk while I was filming, and there was a lot of background noise. The dog was chasing the cats around the house and just being a general nuisance. So I ended up scrapping all the volume and I'm doing a voiceover instead. But as you can see, there's 2 very different textures of the polishes there. Now, I do start off trying to ombre down, which is the way I see more text do it. But then I do actually switch to the swishing backwards and forwards, sideways. Some people don't like that because it can leave, I don't know, like sideways lines. But honestly, I don't mind that look, and I prefer it. But yeah, I decided I don't like the downways look, so I go back to the way that I do prefer. And I blend that as much as I can, and I wipe off my brush in between to remove the excess gel. And then I do go back in with a second coat on that. Okay, so they've cured, and this is going back in for a second coat, exactly the same thing I did the first time. Just swishing it backwards and forwards until I'm happy with it. You can add gel if you don't like it, whichever way works best for you. Some people use a sponge to ombre, and I've seen a lot of people using powders, the pigment powders lately, to ombre. I might actually have to give that a try because I bought some pigment powders, I just haven't used them yet. So these have been cured, and I am going in now with a matte top coat because I think it will be easier to draw the lines over the matte and get them to stay where I want them. If you don't have a matte top coat, you can normal top coat and then just buff. And these are the gel polishes I am using. This is the thick one from Nail Reserve. This one I like, but the glitter armor it's now changed its name, it's EL Nail Systems. Really, really good gel polishes. They're humor free too. CJP, that is a lovely pink, and I'm using the Nail Reserve white. Now, if you are using a tacky top coat, remember to remove the tacky layer before you buff if you choose to buff, otherwise you will ruin your buffers. So these are all cured, and I've gone in with my teeny tiny little Glossify brush I got in one of my nail mailboxes. And this first nail is like it's like a text bubble, speech bubble, message bubble. It's a something bubble. And it is a rectangle bubble. Now I tried to get my lines as neat as possible, but they don't have to be perfect because you will be outlining anyway. I wasn't sure about the consistency putting this on because although it's quite a good coverage and quite a thick white, to me looking at it, it looked a little patchy. And I was umming and ahhing because I've gotten so spoilt with using gel paint. But doing it this way actually reminded me of, I went through a phase of pop art nails and I really, really enjoyed it. And because I liked the brighter or darker backgrounds, I used to block out the sections I was doing in white and then paint my lighter colours on top of that to make them pop more. So on the dark pink end nail, I am using my Dibby Dabby sticks and we're making a bunch of cute little hearts. Now this nail on the original was half hearts and half knitted sweater print. I'm choosing not to do the sweater print nail. I just liked the hearts. Although after finishing and matte top coat and everything, I did wonder if I should have actually outlined the hearts in a darker shade, just to make them pop a little bit more, like I'm going to do with the speech bubble. I wasn't sure. Okay, so they are into Cure, and I'm using the darker pink. So I have like a light, a bright, and a dark. So I'm using the dark to outline. This is the CJP one. And I'm just getting my lines as straight as possible. This is slightly sped up, so you do not have to draw your lines as quick as it looks as I'm drawing them here. This video is sped up because it timed out at about 35 minutes. And most of it was me painstakingly, very slowly drawing straight lines and outlining. So I sped it up. So that has been into Cure. And now I am taking the bright or the medium. And I am writing in the speech bubble, it's an I love you. Now I did do that heart a little small. Or at least I thought I did as I was drawing it. But the letters fit in nicely, so maybe not. But the way I do my U is I do the 2 parallel lines and then I flip it because my arch works better from the flipped position. And then I draw the arch and connect it into the U. And then that will go straight into Cure as well. Okay, so this nail we are going to be using the white again, and it had really cute little envelopes on it. So I'm going to draw my rectangles again, try and get them, I don't know, similar sized. You can put them anywhere on the nail you want in any position. And then I will cure it and add the extra details. I do make the polish on these a little thick because I just wanted to make sure it was solid and not sheer. But I did have fun painting these nails. But I just saw the design and thought, oh, I really, really want to try that. So I didn't even test run as usual on this channel. Got my table out, picked my gel polish, just plonked my butt down and just started filming and nattering along to you, much like I am now. Although I probably had much more useful things to say as I was drawing it out. Now you could do one at a time with this being gel polish, or go in for all 3 like I do. It's just gel polish obviously self-levels, so it will move eventually and it will not stay where you put it like a gel paint. So if it's going to take you a while, then Cure. So this one is out of the lamp and the other one is in. I'm very flicky backwards and forwards. I usually focus on one nail, but I decided while one was in, I would work on the next. So that's obviously the way I've filmed it. So I'm just polka dotting this, and I decide to put some of the brighter one in as well, so it's not just light and dark. But after polka dotting, this will go back into Cure and be put off to one side again. Now we're back with our envelopes, and I am taking the darker shade. So this is the shade that I outlined the text bubble with. And I am going to outline my envelopes and make them look like random little, not very even rectangles. So I just outline around the outside and apparently go off camera. And then I think I flip this one to get the triangle where I want it. Yes, I did, I flipped it. So I pull in the triangle to the middle. And that is going to be my envelope flap. And then you can actually leave it like that. But they're not quite meet in the middle, so you don't want an X, just off centre slightly. Some final lines for the rest of the envelope lines. And then that will go into cure. Okay, so this is the final nail, the ombre nail. And this one was the one with the sugared hearts. I chose not to sugar, but by all means do so. And I also made the hearts smaller. Whoops. I got a little hair in the gel polish. Because I suck at drawing hearts. One side always looks really curvy and really, really nice, and the other side looks like the back end of a bus. They're never even, and I drive myself absolutely insane trying to make them even. So now I dot and tool it and fill them in. But I couldn't get my circles, and my dotting tool wasn't as big as the hearts on the original one, which I'm quite positive she's hand drawn. So my hearts on this are smaller. Now they've gone into cure, and I am back with the envelopes, and I am adding some smaller hearts to this one just to fill in the blank spaces, and I'm using the dark one still as well, so it all ties in together. But yeah, if you are good at hearts or have a different way of doing them, feel absolutely free. Okay, so these are all cured, and I am going to go ahead and matte top coat them all again because I like the look of this set matte. But if you prefer a shiny nail, absolutely shiny it. And if you want to give it a try, please be my guest. It's a really, really pretty set. You could do it the same colours, different colours, you could do the sugar, and you could even do the bits I missed out. The picture of the original is at the bottom, is not at the bottom, it's at the beginning of the video. But anyway, thank you very much for sticking with me to the end, and thank you for watching. Hit me a like if you've enjoyed it, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I have some more Valentine's ones coming. I've got some more simple gel polish ones, some slightly more fiddly ones, and I've actually got some acrylic ones. It's not often I do acrylic, even though it's the first thing I started with. I'm just finding the gel polish ones at the minute easier to film. And I wasn't quite sure about some of these designs. That's why my hand keeps moving over the screen. That's what I was explaining. I actually wondered if on the end pink nail on the right hand side, if I should have outlined the hearts in the dark pink just to give them a little something extra. And I don't remember what I was moaning about on that one, but I was moaning. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for sticking with me. I'll have more for you soon. Bye.